Pluto has just moved into Aquarius, and that's the word on the street is that we are in for a very Aquarian time. And I wanted to talk a little bit about what this means to me, how I'm conceptualizing this. Um, so, for the last 16 years, um, there's been a lot of like blood, sweat, and tears in the Capricorn sector of our charts where we've been. Um, Looking at top-down structures and how we fit into them, how we use ambition and just climbing straight up a wall and going through hardship to create what we want. And a lot of ahas and insights around our values that have to do with those ambitions. Um, Pluto is a really interesting planet. The mythology has to do with going into the underworld to to discover, to make discoveries and to become more aware, more conscious of what is rumbling in the underground of us. And so right now is like a graduation moment from the Capricorn sector where Pluto has been grinding away for 16 years and moving into the Aquarian sector, which it will be there for 20 years. And um, Pluto is like, it has so many different signatures. It's the power that comes to us through awareness, always. And in Aquarius, as we start to feel this, and believe me, we're going to have 20 years to discover what this means. So whether it's hitting a personal planet of yours, all of the fixed signs are going to be having reverberations from this. Um, you know, Aquarius is the sign of the future and of wisdom being given to humanity. Everyone gets the wisdom. In Capricorn, it's very much like who can climb the pyramid to the top, and it's like the image of the mountain goat kicking other goats off. With Aquarius, there's no pyramid structure. It's more um, the wisdom that can be imparted and come to every person so that every humanity becomes something different than it was before, because Pluto's the great transformer. So when it was going through Capricorn, it was going through the educational system, healthcare, all systems, organizations, structures, pyramids, where there's somebody at the top or a board of directors or whatever that is dictating things that are then go down and are applied to people. Now in Aquarius, it's going to have much more to do with the quantum, from my perspective, because Aquarius is like, the sign of Aquarius is like two little squiggly lines, which has to do with it has to do with vibration, frequency. And so what I would say is that, you know, you as a being have a frequency, and your frequency dictates how you perceive situations. It's been said so many times that there's an event that happens in the world and 10 people are watching it, and so you have 10 versions of that event. That's because people are at different frequencies. They're living a different movie. And so the opportunity coming in with Pluto in Aquarius is the opportunity to tune the things in your life, and for you to tune into the things in your life that are the right frequency. So this is going to be a lot about finding people on your wavelength, right? Aquarius, wavelength. You're going to want to find people who are vibing with you, not you in this tumultuous experience of you being one frequency, but there are all these other random vibrations going around you that other people agree with, but that say nothing to you. They don't empower your life at all. And so this is going to be very much about listening less to the outside and more to the internal, getting to know who you are at a level of frequency, and then understanding what that is, just understanding what that power is, the power of from here. So, with Capricorn, it was much more strategic. It was much more just the grit. If you've ever watched a goat climbing one of those bare faces, it's just digging in and just clawing up. And with Aquarius, it's very different because it's about an elevation of the species. That's one of the things that I think is going to happen in the next 20 years. And it's about your elevation through your awareness increasing. And that is a frequency thing. So, what else did I want to say about this? I mean, there's a lot of buzz and hubbub and excitement about how, things going into Aquarius will be better. I don't know if that's true. It will be different because Aquarius is just, it's moving at the speed of light. It's moving, moving, moving. So information is going to be extremely important to you in a different way than it's ever been before, and how you can transform the way that you process information, the way that information propels you, what information is really important to you at your frequency for your purposes versus, one size fits all, like instructions of how to do something in life, right? So it's very, very individualistic, and it is frequency based, and it is quantum, which just means that you influence and create your world through how you see it. And so uh, things could be moving much more quickly, especially next year when there's some other movements in the planets that are moving much more quickly than they have been. But I think this is an opportunity to, number one, if you've never thought of yourself as a being of frequency, as a frequency, start to imagine what that is for you. And are you in the right environments for your frequency to thrive is one of the questions you might want to look at. We'll be talking a lot more about this in the future. But on Sunday, the 24th, I have my self-care salon. I still have a few spots available if this interests you. I'm going to be talking about in your personal chart where you have Aquarius and how you are going to be embodying this new power. I'm going to be talking about the Mars Pluto opposition that we're dealing with in the next 6 months, and also Mars retrograde, and how to make the energy really work for you in the next 6 months instead of getting frustrated or derailed or used up and worn out and whatever else that could happen. So instead of being overwhelmed and frazzled, really understanding where to put your energy, which is another issue with Pluto in Aquarius, because everything is going to be about energy. And, those of you who are earth signs might be like, okay, I'm going to learn about this. But it's really very useful, even if it's just as a practice, to learn um, exactly like what is energy in your thoughts? Like, how do we work with that? So I'll be teaching more about this. And if you want to jump in, I do have a few spots still available on the 24th. So do join me there. You can message me wherever you see this and tell me you want to come. That's it for now. This is Tamara Child signing out.